This is an article by the American Psychological Association, written by Nick Joyce, and it's called Spotting the Enemy, the training system for aircraft and ship recognition designed by psychologist Samuel Renshaw saved untold lives during World War II. Published March 2010, Volume 41, Number 3, and page 24. Psychology has seen some of its most significant growth and advancement during times of war. During World War I, psychologists administered tests to measure recruits' intellect and to help determine which positions were best suited for particular soldiers, efforts that gave legitimacy to the burgeoning field of applied psychology. In the wake of World War II, Veterans Administration psychologists began their important work by helping soldiers readjust to peacetime life. Today, psychologists are assisting returning veterans of conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq with mental health issues, most notably post-traumatic stress disorder. While these services by psychologists are well known, some of psychology's wartime contributions have received little fanfare. This is the case of work by Samuel Renshaw, 1892 to 1981, an Ohio State University experimental psychologist whose research on improving human perception, memory, and learning made a dramatic impact during World War II. Initially, Renshaw studied ways to improve reading speed. In his lab, subjects would be exposed to a series of numbers flashed on a screen for increasingly shorter durations of time. After the subjects were trained, Renshaw claimed that they could read faster with the same level of comprehension. He also trained students to improve their sense of taste. His students developed such distinguished palates that some were hired by the local inspection board to perform taste checks at local bars to ensure that liquor supplies had not been watered down. In 1942, a naval officer and former Ohio State University employee, Howard Hamilton, believed that Renshaw's research could be applied within the Navy to save lives. The Allied forces were losing hundreds of soldiers and equipment because Navy personnel were either too slow or inaccurate in identifying planes and ships as friend or foe. If Renshaw's techniques could help subjects more quickly recognize reading stimuli, then perhaps the same could be done for naval personnel in recognizing incoming planes or ships. To find out, Renshaw trained college students on aircraft and ship recognition and found that they could indeed identify such targets more quickly and with greater accuracy than the Navy's own personnel. In June 1942, after a review of Renshaw's work, the Navy established a quote, recognition school at The Ohio State University, eventually known as the Renshaw Training System for Aircraft and Ship Recognition. Based on his earlier research, Renshaw replaced numbers with pictures of airplanes and ships. The Allies had previously used the WEFT wing, engine, fuselage, and tail system to identify planes, a time-consuming, piecemeal, and rather ineffective process. Renshaw taught officers to identify planes and vessels as a gestalt with a quote, perception of total form, unquote, in a fraction of a second. Data revealed that officers going through this training had dramatically improved recognition abilities. Upon completion of the program, officers could identify more types of planes and ships with greater accuracy and with faster recognition times. The identification school's graduates took the techniques to their commands and spread them. Over 1 million combined Navy and Army personnel learned Renshaw's techniques. His work is credited with saving an untold amount of lives during the war. It also garnered him the Navy's highest civilian honor, the Distinguished Public Service Award. Today, some of Samuel Renshaw's papers are housed at the Archives of the History of American Psychology.